Greetings, BuzzHumans, smogs, mogs, hipsters, trolls, and the rest of the relevant wrestling family. It's me, your host, the voice of Relevant Wrestling Productions, and your humble narrator for this evening's main events. BuzzHumans, it's me, Joe Fortune, and we are on the relevant road to WrestleMania. This is Relevant Wrestling Weekly Buzz, Episode 9, the indie show preview show. Guys, we are less than 24 hours. Fuck it, man, we probably less than 15 hours from the start of WrestleMania week. WrestleMania 34, of course, on Sunday. A plethora, a cacophony, a cornucopia, a multitude, if you will, of indie shows leading up to the big event on Sunday. Guys, I'm going to be going to a bunch of them, as you already know. I did our WWE preview show last week, even though I don't think I'll be going to any of the main WWE shows this weekend or the Hall of Fame. But we covered that already. But I am going to, like I said, a bunch of indie shows. So I figured, what the fuck, might as well get it in while I can fit it in. My flight actually got changed to a couple hours later. So I said, fuck it. I got a little more time tonight. So let's bang out a show for you guys, give you a preview. Like I said, this is Relevant Wrestling Weekly Buzz, Episode 9, BuzzHumans. I will plug the social media later, so you can make sure to ride all of the buzzwaves with us. But you know we're on everything: Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, Periscope, YouTube, Audioboom. I've submitted the forms for to get us onto Spotify, hopefully soon. Hopefully TuneIn. I think that is the app. I either sent that or iHeartRadio. I don't know. Probably not iHeartRadio. Probably just the TuneIn. Going to try to get us on iTunes very soon also. Explore a whole bunch of other media platforms. Guys, if you see me down in New Orleans, like I had debuted on the last show, it's finalized. It's been printed. It's bound. It's ready to go. The Relevant Rag, guys, here it is, issue 1. Give you a little preview of it. Got a review, got a cool word puzzle, some art, cool interview with Josh Briggs, a couple other surprises in there I will not give away right now, but friends, BuzzHumans, Buzz family, be passing these out to a select group of you at this week's festivities. But let's get into it. Like I said, I'm ready. I got my selfie stick, extra long one here. That freaked out the dog. She didn't like that. She doesn't like sticks. Funny, right? Dog don't like sticks. Well, it's a rescue dog anyway, so you know. Oh, don't worry, it's okay. It's WrestleMania week, baby. It'll be okay. All right, so got my fanny pack, my Mike Awesome hat, Bruiser and Stan shirt, and I'm ready to go. So I got our schedule here. Well, my schedule. I will post actually just the schedule as the album art for this week's episode. I got my seltzer. I hope they got seltzer down in New Orleans. But something tells me I won't be drinking too much seltzer down there. Maybe some other libations, that absinthe, those Sazeracs, those daiquiris. Guys, come on. Let's get fucked up this week. Let's get WrestleFaded, all right? So 3 p.m. on Thursday is the first show. You know, my flight, it's getting a little later, but I'll still be able to hit up all the shows that I'm trying to go to. So that's no worries. So we got Thursday at 3 p.m. Game Changer Wrestling presents Matt Riddle's Bloodsport. Now, this is kind of interesting because I know that the buzzworthy thing has been all of these banned moves and like strict athletic commission laws and shit. They're cracking down this week. I know like guys had to make sure they got like, it was like stuff that they would probably have to do anyway, like, you know, get a wrestling license. Wrestlers that didn't have a promoter's license would have to like borrow one or obtain one for the state of Louisiana. Everyone had to get a blood test. But the striking thing, the most interesting thing was that there's a banned moves list. That was like covered. That first part that I talked about was covered like a month ago in a lot of you know, news outlets, and I think we talked about that as well on an episode of the show. But yeah, the state of Louisiana and their Boxing and Wrestling Commission have issued a number of rules and regulations. There's a long list of shows, like I said. Obviously, that's what we're doing here, is covering the shows that we're going to. So there's a ton of shows that this is going to be affecting. Let's see. This is a story. This is from a story from David Bixman, and part of that story did an interview with John Pollock, or John Pollock did an interview for that article with a commission official for Post Wrestling. So here we go. This says, while many states have laws on the books for regulating pro wrestling, the reason Louisiana takes its banned move list seriously stems from a 1996 incident where wrestler Aldous Gene Bergeron, working as Gino Van Dam, was paralyzed by a botched pile driver, and he was awarded several $1 million in a judgment against the commission for not enforcing their own rules. Speaking to Bixman, commission lawyer John Green Jr. provided what looks to be a work-in-progress version of the rules and regulations document discussed with Pollock by the commission's Russell Naquin. The document provides examples of banned moves like all variations of the pile driver, all variations of the power bomb, the moonsault, shooting star, or 450 splash, or any variation thereof which involves one wrestler leaping or flipping off the ropes or the turnbuckle to contact the head or neck of the opponent with any part of his body. The stun gun of any variation, therefore, which results in the one fighter's head or neck being dragged, draped, or clotheslined across the ropes. The striking of a wrestler's head with any object, chair, trash can, lid, etc. And no wrestler shall throw, push, or shove or force another out of the ring or over the top rope. While many have focused on the head or neck stipulation as a way around the bans, since a properly executed version of most moves like the pile driver means those areas of the body don't come into contact with the ring, it does appear certain things are enforced regardless. Other exemption is big league promotions that don't have to abide by the banned moves list. So WWE and Ring of Honor are two companies that are designated as major leagues, so they can pretty much do whatever they want. Commission officials, one of whom should be on site for each show per their own rules and regulations, will determine if wrestlers working those shows as well-trained professionals, making them exempt able to perform the moves. I don't know. That doesn't sound like it makes sense grammatically on there, but so yeah, this is from Cage Side Seats, and they say overall, there's definitely no reason to be concerned. Police are going to run into the Superdome to stop the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. There's probably not much of a reason to worry if Keith Lee will be powerbombing people at Thursday through Saturday's WWN shows. Yeah, well, let's hope so. I don't know. I don't really want to get into why this is happening. Well, we see why this is happening, or I mean, I don't really want to get into my opinions over why this is happening or whatever, because then I'll just go on a rant and I'll get hot, and I got to save that heat for Mania week, baby, because I am leaving in less than less than 8 hours. I will be at the airport. So like I said, Thursday 3 p.m. This is the one that may be affected the most by this, is Matt Riddle's Bloodsport. This is presented by Game Changer Wrestling. I got the card right here, and I'm going to pull it up so I can read it to you guys. So we got already announced Bloodsport. Now, the rules of Bloodsport are that there are no ropes. So, I mean, maybe they already knew about this. So there's no ropes. I guess not, right? Considering the next couple of rules. So we have no, like I said, there will be no ropes at all. And the only way to win is by knockout or submission. So there'll be no pinfalls and no countouts. So basically this is supposed to be like mimic, I suppose, like a UFC style or cage fighting or old school underground, you know, Fight Club style fighting. Based off the movie Bloodsport, obviously. So there you go. But like I said, that's the interesting thing about it, is that you know, their whole gimmick is Bloodsport, but you know, we're not allowed to have any blood. We're not allowed to have any really you know, impact moves to the head, but we'll see how they work around this. So we got Masada versus Martin Stone, who you guys probably already know as Danny Burch. You know, same guy does the Danny Burch gimmick in NXT, and Martin Stone when he's working the indies. We got Eddie Kingston versus Tracy Williams. That'll be pretty cool. Tracy Williams, the new Powerbomb TV champion. Dominic Guarini, I like him. He's kind of doing that MMA thing. So you see how like each match, that's kind of like the gimmick. I think each match is like a MMA kind of guy against like a brawler guy. You got like Dominic Guarini, yeah, like I said, against Kyle the Beast. This is awesome. I know this one really popped me and Tyler. You got Dirty Daddy Chris Dickinson versus Dan Severn. Last year, Dan Severn and Matt Riddle had a match at Joey Janela's Spring Break. Matt Riddle wound up winning that one. So that was pretty cool. It's cool to see Dan used again by Game Changer. We got Walter versus Filthy Tom Lawler. There was a question mark next to this, but I did see on Twitter right before the show that I don't know what the injury was, but there was a question. Like, obviously, that's why the question mark is there, but it was questionable whether or not Tom Lawler would be there, but he's been cleared to wrestle, so no changes to that card. We got Nick motherfucking Gage, the King, the God versus Tim Thatcher. And in the main event, we have, of course, Matt Riddle against Low Key. I saw Low Key a couple weeks ago at What 3 in Providence against JT Dunn. He was looking pretty good there. I didn't get a chance to talk to him or ask him about this match or this show, but yeah, this should be a pretty cool one. I like that the whole card is like a gimmick, and it's not really anything that I've seen before or that I think that they've done at all before, or maybe if they haven't, it's something they have not done in a long while. I know that Matt Riddle's been doing like the no rope breaks gimmick in a couple of his matches recently in Evolve, but this takes it to a whole nother level with there being no ropes and there being, you know, the only way to win by knockout or submission. So we'll see how that one goes. That's going to be the first show I'm going to be at, and that's 3 p.m. Game Changer Wrestling. Oh, guys, I didn't give you any info about where all of the that's going to be a WWN show. So let me give you a little info about where those shows are going to be. Any WWN show is going to be at the, and I'm probably going to butcher the name of this, but it looks like the Pontchartrain Center. That's what I'm going to call it, the Pontchartrain Center. So it's all going to be at the Pontchartrain Center located in Kenner, Louisiana. That's pretty close to the airport. 15-minute drive from New Orleans downtown. Yeah, that's probably like a 45-minute drive with all the traffic and the amount of people that are going to be there this week. But from what I've heard and read, it's gonna there'll be like a full bar. There will be food. It's nice stadium seating. It says seating for more than 3,500. It's a 46,000 square feet column. I'm column free exhibit assembly space. So yeah, can seat as many as 3,700, but it usually seats 3,500. So that should be awesome. Let's go to the next show that I am going to be at is Evolve 102, and that will also be at the same arena. Like I said, that's another WWN show. That is at 8 p.m. on Thursday, so that that gives everybody a little time in between the Bloodsport show and Evolve 102 to get some drinks, grab some grub, smoke up, make sure that you come see me. I'll give you a copy of the relevant rag. We'll have a couple relevant drags from a relevant role, roll or fucking relevant bowl, whatever you guys are trying to do. It's WrestleMania week, guys. We're going to get WrestleFaded, relevant wrestling style. I say that as I'm sitting here drinking seltzer, but I'm detoxing myself, so when I get there, I can abuse my body, my liver and my lungs especially. So we got Evolve 102 on Thursday night, tomorrow night. So far signed, but not in a match. We have Jarek 120 and Jason Kincaid. We got Austin Theory versus DJZ. I liked DJZ lately. I'm kind of big on him. I'm a big fan of a lot of his work. Recently in the indies, I've seen a lot of his matches for Beyond also and for Evolve, so I'm glad that he's getting a match there. Austin Theory, the new FIP champion, so I hope that this is a title match. Keith Lee versus Darby Allin. Not sure if Keith is going to be defending the WWN championship there. I know he does have a match earlier in the day at WWE Access. Yeah, believe it or not, I'll get more into that later. WWE Access announced that they'll be featuring a bunch of matches with invitational tournaments and also title matches featuring guys from Progress and Evolve, along with NXT guys, Cruiserweight Classic guys, Mae Young Classic girls. So, yeah, Keith Lee will actually be defending that belt on Thursday, the WWN belt on Thursday at WWE Access against Cassius Ohno. And if he wins, then he'll be bringing the belt back to Evolve later that night. But if not, who knows what could happen. It's cool to think that maybe we will get a shock title win because we have NXT New Orleans on Saturday night. And, even if it was a pre-show match for that where the title, changed hands back to whoever from Evolve or Progress lost their belts, it would still be pretty awesome. Or, if somehow an indie guy won an NXT title. But we got Keith Lee versus Darby Allin. We have, and see, this match will affect things at WWE Access. Also, we have an Evolve Tag Team Championship match. This is a 4-way match. I think it's a 4-way elimination match. It might be 1 pin to win. I'm not sure. It doesn't say on this little card that I have here, this little list. But it's Dickinson and Jaka versus The End versus James Drake and Anthony Henry versus Tracy Williams and Dominic Garrini. So hopefully if Dickinson, Garrini, and Williams survive Bloodsport, this will, one of their respective teams will walk out as tag team champions and be defending the belts on Saturday at WWE Access. I can't even believe I'm saying that. That's so awesome. I mean, I know people have their opinions about WWE maybe infringing on the indie guys, but I think it's a big payday for them, and it's a great opportunity. We got AR Fox versus Will Ospreay. There was some questions and controversy this week because Ospreay got injured at the New Japan show. last weekend, but he seems to be fine. We're not going to get into the details about that because that's another topic that we could talk about for the duration of the whole show. But Ospreay is cleared, so it will be AR Fox versus Will Ospreay, Battle of the High Flyers. In a dream match, we have Daisuke Sekimoto and Minoru Sawa versus, I know I probably said their names wrong, sorry guys, versus Tim Thatcher and Walter. And in the main event for the for the Evolve Championship, which I believe will also be defended over the weekend at a WWE Access event, we have Zack Sabre Jr. Defending against Matt Riddle. Zack's been champion for over a year. Riddle, former WWN champion, lost the belt about 4 or 6 months ago to Keith Lee. So we'll see if Riddle can become the first guy to ever hold both major championships in WWN/Evolve. All right, so after that, that show is probably going to go about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, if that. I don't know if they'll do an intermission. At 11 p.m., we will have Beyond Wrestling lit up. The gimmick behind this is it is an intergender card. Drew Cordero had trolled everyone on April Fools on April 1st, saying that the Athletic Commission had just informed him that intergender matches were not allowed in the state of Louisiana, but that's not true. That was just a rib. So we got a lot of awesome matches on here, even some dream matches, I suppose, right? We have Jordan Grace and Lufisto, Team Pog versus LAX, EY, FBO, Santana, and Ortiz. We have making her return to the Indies, Kimberly versus Tracy Williams. We have Joey Ryan and Laura James, who were originally slated to take on Priscilla Kelly and Darby Allin, but Priscilla Kelly got some Japanese bookings for this week, so she will no longer be at her Mania week bookings. But props to her for getting those bookings. We have taking their place against Ryan and Laura James, Solo Darling and Travis Huckabee. That should be cool. I've really been meaning to see their work lately. I've been seeing a lot of their stuff on social media. I've been following them on Instagram and Twitter, but because I've wanted to see where they get booked. But they're a pretty cool couple, and I'm excited to see them. We got Jimmy Havoc versus Jessica Havoc. Mia Yim versus Wheeler Yuta, who is replacing David Starr. Not sure if that's an angle or a work. Versus Tessa Blanchard versus MJF. Maybe you guys can tell me out there. Chris Dickinson and Jaka versus Thunder Rosa and Holly Dead. We have actually, I made a botch there. The match between Ryan and Laura James versus Solo Darling and Travis Huckabee, that always stood. The match, which was supposed to be Darby and Priscilla, was against Joey Janela and Penelope Ford. That match has been changed to Joey Janela and Penelope Ford versus Orange Cassidy and Session Moth Martina. I'm not really the biggest fan of Orange Cassidy. I've expressed my disdain for his gimmick in my written reviews, my relevant reviews, and on my Beyond Wrestling podcast. Relevant Wrestling Goes Beyond, but I guess they got to get a comedy match in there somewhere, right? And you can't expect Joey and Penelope to kill themselves all weekend, or can you? In somewhat of a dream match, yeah, here we go, the two main events. Tony Storm versus Tim Thatcher. That'll be awesome. One of my first time, I think it's my first time seeing Tony. I don't think she was at Progress last year for Mania Week in Orlando. So Tony versus Tim Thatcher, and Matt Riddle versus Deonna Purrazzo. So yeah, that should be an awesome card from Beyond. That's Beyond lit up 11:55 on Thursday. Friday, I got a big day too. I'm gonna be at 4 shows. I'll try to breeze through these cards for you guys. A lot of shows on Friday, but the first show that I will be at will be 12 p.m. Same place at the Boy, let me look how we say this shit. Sorry, bros. And BuzzHumanettes. Let's see. At the Ponchar Train Center. Ponchar Train Center. I know once I get down there, the locals are gonna probably like spout it off like it's, you know, something that they say every day. But yeah, let's get into the big amount of shows that I will be at on Friday. Riding the buzzwaves on Friday. Be drinking all day, smoking all day. Starting at 12 noon, we have a Progress show, Progress 66, Marty Graps. We have the Thunder Bastard match. I'm not really sure the rules of that match, but it doesn't matter because that's fucking hysterical. We have in that match Austin Theory, Joey Janela, Jeff Cobb, Ricky Shane Page, Chris Brooks, Darby Allin, MJF, and Pero. Only one Progress regular in there with Chris Brooks, so that's pretty cool. We got Walter and Tim Thatcher versus David Starr and Jack Sex Smith. We got Jenny and Mercedes Martinez versus Tony Storm and Shaza McKenzie. Matt Riddle versus Jimmy Havoc. That should be fucking cool. Mustache Mountain, Trent Seven, and Tyler Bate versus Zach Gibson and James Drake. That'll be a freaking awesome one right there. Will Ospreay versus Mark Haskins. Pete Dunne versus Flash Morgan Webster versus Mark Andrews. And the main event of Travis Banks versus Shane Strickland. I'm sure that's going to be for the Progress Championship. That card is pretty stacked. It's kind of like WWN versus Progress there, right? I mean, or like Evolve guys versus Progress. Yeah, that card looks pretty fucking stacked. But after that, that's the noon show. We have at 3 p.m. Evolve 102. No, Evolve 103. I'm sorry. Evolve 102 was the night before. I gotta fix my little thingy there. All right. So Tim Thatcher versus Dom Guarini. AR Fox versus DJ Z versus Jason Kincaid versus Tracy Williams. Keith Lee versus Austin Theory. Walter versus Darby Allin. Oh my god. That's gonna be a fucking massacre. Jaka versus Minonori Sawa, Chris Dickinson versus Travis Banks, and Matt Riddle versus Daisuke Sekimoto. That should be an awesome main event. At 8 p.m., we have the WWN Super Show. Whew, these guys are getting no break, huh? Anthony Henry, James Drake, Stokely Hathaway all announced, but no matches yet. We have a traditional, what do I want to say? Evolve 6-man tag with Darby Allin, DJ Z, and Trey Miguel against Austin Theory, Travis Banks, and Zachary Wentz. Matt Riddle versus Will Ospreay, dream match right there for some people. Lufisto versus Holly Dead. Chris Dickinson and Jaka versus Walter and Tim Thatcher. That's going to be fucking brutal. And so are these matches, which are also considered dream matches by many. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Minonori Sawa and Keith Lee versus Daisuke Sekimoto. Whew, guys, and the coup de grace. Guys, you know, I've gone on record to say that this last year's rendition of this was the greatest indie show ever. I mean, just some of the names from last year: Glacier, Dink the Clown, Marty Jannetty, Dan Severin. You know I'm talking about Joey Janela's Spring Break, guys. And we're gonna be so fucked up. I'm gonna be partying with all you guys there. WrestleFadia, relevant wrestling style. For this one, Joey Janela's Spring Break. Joey has done it again with just a ridiculous lineup of dream matches. What more can we really say about that? It says Virgil is not booked, but I think that's bullshit because Virgil was booked last year and there's no reason for him not to be booked this year. But he'll be having his traditional, well, I mean, it's only the second year, but he'll be having his returning clusterfuck battle royal with Session Moth Martina, Chris Dickinson, Teddy Hart, Gringo Loco, Eli Everfly, and Tony Deppen. Those are the only announced names so far, but you know that there'll be just a whole fucking load of surprises in that one. We got Matt Riddle versus No Chinny Chin Chin himself, James Ellsworth, Nick Gage versus Penta 0M, Walter versus Pierre Carl Ole. Pretty sure that's like one of the Quebecers. David Starr versus Mike Quackenbush. And in the coup de grace, the main event, I don't know how Joey pulled this off, but it'll be Joey Janela versus none other than not Onita, but drop a selfie stick. But Great Sasuke in a battle of the Super Juniors. I don't know how he pulled this off. Janela, you're the fucking man. We love you, dude. You versus Sasuke. I know you guys are gonna tear it the fuck up, and I cannot wait for this one. Friday's gonna be a hell of a day for indie wrestling. Saturday there's a lot of shows, but I have opted to take it easy on Saturday. I'll read you guys the shows that are gonna be on Saturday. That's not to say that I'm not going to any shows. I will be going to the Ring of Honor Super Card of Honor show at 7:30 p.m. But some of the other shows on Saturday, there will be Pro Wrestling Revolver versus AAW versus Fight Club Pro that have some pretty cool matches. Jessica Havoc versus Kimberly versus Meiko Satomura, Jeff Cobb versus Shane Strickland, the Lucha Brothers versus Jack Evans and Teddy Hart. There'll be a CZW show with Will Ospreay versus Desmond Xavier and Juice Robinson versus David Starr. House of Hardcore match with Aries versus Brian Cage. Progress 67 with Zack Sabre Jr. versus Walter. Shimmer 100 with Shaza McKenzie versus Tessa Blanchard and Nicole Savoy versus Mercedes Martinez. Style Battle. The finale of the Style Battle tournament, bracket A is Keith Lee and Nick Gage and Matt Riddle and Dave Christ. And the bracket B is Anthony Henry and Jason Kincaid and Darby Allin and Tracer X. NXT TakeOver, of course. We already went over that on our WWE preview show, so no need to cover that again. And ROH will be having their Festival of Honor, which is basically their pre-show throughout the day, a little convention that will have the semifinals of the Women of Honor tournament. Kelly Klein versus Mayu Iwatani. Mayu is my pick to win. Versus the winner of that will face off against Sumi Sakai. The winner of Sumi Sakai versus Tennille Dashwood, aka Emma. So, like I said, on Saturday night, the only show that I will be at because I'm trying to enjoy the Big Easy and take it a little bit easy with the wrestling. Not completely, be a fucking mark down there. So, Super Card of Honor, we have the finals of the Women of Honor tournament to crown the first ever Women of Honor champion. We have Tomohiro Ishii versus Punishment Martinez, Kenny King versus Silas Young. That's got to be a TV title match. Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky versus the Young Bucks and Flip Gordon. Pretty sure that's a 6-man tag championship match. Hangman Page versus Kota Ibushi, Hiroshi Tanahashi and Jay Lethal versus Mark and Jay Briscoe. That's got to be a tag title match. Dalton Castle versus Marty Scurll. That's a world title match. And in the main event, Kenny Omega will be facing off against Cody Rhodes. That should be a good one, guys. Saturday night is going to be that's where the big matches are going to happen. The matches of the weekend. All right. So for Sunday, There's nothing on this list that I have. Oh, and to follow up on that Ring of Honor show, in case you guys don't know, that show will be at the Uno Lakefront Arena Saturday at 7:30, like I already said. WWE made a big announcement this week, like I said earlier, that they'll be doing a bunch of joint shows, or not joint shows. They'll be having some invitational shows, which will be featuring Progress and WWN guys. I already mentioned that earlier. On Sunday morning, there's one the Last Access show at 8 a.m. Tickets are a little pricey for that, but that is the one that I am eyeing, that I may go to. Tickets are still on sale for that, so I'm not sure. We will see how I feel. But if I do go to that show will be at the New Orleans Convention Center Sunday at 8 a.m. It's Access Day 4, and it will include the following championship matches. WWE UK champion Pete Dunne versus the winner of the Championship Invitational Tournament, the UK Championship Invitational Tournament from the weekend. The brand new NXT North American champion, who will have just won the belt no less than 12 hours before, will already have to make his first title defense against the winner of the NXT North American Invitational winner. The NXT Tag Team Champions will defend against the winners of the NXT Tag Team Invitational Tournament. That's a big one too, because we got the title match the night before at NXT, and the current tag team champions are Adam Cole representing oh my god, what's the name of their stable? Why is it not coming to me? Not the Elite, Undisputed Era. Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly versus Authors of Pain versus Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong. So whoever walks out of that as tag team champions will also walk out as Dusty Rhodes Classic champions, or whatever, trophy holders, whatever you call that shit. But anyway, yeah, we'll have an NXT Tag Team Championship match. And in addition to that, the session will also feature a WWN Championship match. The night before, we're going to have, on Friday, we'll have Sabre versus, no, actually, that's the belt that Keith Lee has. So, that's going to be a big one. I mean, if he loses it to Cassius Ohno on Thursday, what's going to happen? Is Ohno going to have the belt? I mean, Lee might have to come back Saturday night and wrestle at TakeOver. Let's hope that Keith holds on to the belt through the weekend. We don't even know who his opponent will be. It just says that it'll feature a WWN Championship match. Also, a Progress Women's Championship match, a Progress Championship match, and a Progress Tag Team Championship match, and much, much more. I would like to see the Progress Atlas Championship defended. I'm not even sure who's the champion right now, but I like that belt because Matt Riddle had it before. So did Walter. Maybe Walter has it. So yeah, Sunday, that show looks kind of cool. I might want to hit that one up, but I'm not really sure. Might just chill out. Guys, I decided, and you're hearing it here first. Going a little faster. You guys are hearing it here first. I will not be attending Mania, even though I'll be down there. I don't know. I don't really want to spend the dough on a crappy seat when next year Mania will be in New York or New Jersey, whatever. And, that's not very far from us. And I'd rather splurge then when I can bring the whole Relevant Wrestling crew with me. And I'm not just repping us on the solo tip. But, yeah, I'll be bar hopping. I will be watching on my phone probably, or, hopping from bar to bar. Hopefully I can find some watching parties at the bar. Viewing parties, whatever you call it. But I will be, I'll be on Bourbon Street and Decatur. Maybe even just chill out in the park with a 6-pack and lay under a tree. and just stream Mania. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe I'll do it in the cemetery. You never know. Whatever is relevant, whatever is buzzworthy, whatever I am feeling at the time. But BuzzHumans, speaking of time, I got to get this show edited and put up on all our social media platforms so you guys can check it out. You know, I got to get that shit done. And then I got to do my last minute packing, get a little shut eye, and head to the airport. So, BuzzHumans, I want to thank you for joining me for Relevant Rasslin Weekly Buzz episode 9. This is our WrestleMania 34-week indie show preview. BuzzHumans, I will fucking see you down there. But make sure to check out all of our social media so you can ride the buzzwaves with us and you can keep yourself occupied. Make sure to tag #Relevant Rasslin if you see us. I mean, if you see me, you know, or if you just want to participate in WrestleMania talk with us, WrestleMania week talk with us, just hashtag or @Relevant Rasslin. You know, all your social media posts, you know, you follow us, we'll follow you. We're not one-way bastards over here, even though that would be a cool tag team name, right? So make sure to join the Relevant Rasslin Facebook group, facebook.com/Relevant Rasslin. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram @Relevant Rasslin. I'll be blowing up the Twitter feed and the Instagram all weekend, you know, with pictures, videos, party pics, you know, pics from the city, food pics. Yeah, going to go back to Instagram's roots. And pics with you guys, the BuzzHumans, and all of our friends who we see down there. Subscribe to Relevant Rasslin Productions on YouTube. Check out the BuzzList. Whole bunch of cool matches on there for you guys to watch. You know, while you're in your hotel room or your Airbnb getting ready. Don't watch matches in the car unless you are a passenger. We have our Tumblr up and running. I'm going to try to post some things on there. We've got a lot of old classic content on there. I'll be trying to do some Periscopes down there, maybe from the hotel, or if there is Wi-Fi at the Pontchartrain, whatever the hell it's called, center, or any other shows that I'm at, maybe some bars. If not, I will be doing some Facebook Live videos. Listen on Audioboom and Google Play Music. I have begun you know, getting the wheels in motion to get us on some other podcasting platforms so we can reach more of you. Listen to the Relevant Rasslin BuzzTunes mixtape on my Spotify, Joe Gianfortune. Got a list of all the relevant and buzzworthy singles so far from 2018, so you can listen to that in the car or on the plane or in the airport or in the hotel room, or on the way to the shows this weekend, or whenever you are heading out to the shows, or whenever you just want to listen to some chill tunes. That's the BuzzTunes mixtape on Spotify. Guys, make sure to read on the Facebook group notes page and the Japanese Pro Ichiban page on WordPress, all of our relevant reviews. I will be posting some more, you know, maybe some reviews of the shows that I was at this weekend and week once I get back, and I'll have a Joshi Journal episode up soon. So I will have the I'll have an I Dream of Joshi. I'll have an I Dream of Joshi episode up soon after my return from the Relevant WrestleMania week. So I'll have a Joshi Journal to follow that. Guys, like I said, the Relevant Rag is out. This is issue 1. If it goes good, I will print more copies of issue 1. We'll see how it goes. If you guys like it and you want more copies, and I wind up passing them all out this weekend, which I hope to do, and there seems to be a response, I'll print issue 1 before I start working on issue 2. But I've already got a lot of ideas for issue 2, so I want to get that going. Make sure to come see me. Guys, big special thanks and shout out to all of our friends. My man Dave De Leon, Dave the drummer, False Finish Productions, and Matt over there, and all the rest of the crew. Super kicking it with Kelsey Two-Face Wrestling Podcast, Paul and Kelsey. I will see you guys in the Big Easy. The Heel Marks, Brady and Danielle, and Matt. I'll see you guys down there doing the Job Podcast. Not sure if you guys are going to be down there, but I'll shoot you a holler. The HVWA. And of course, Mr. HVWA himself, Tenacious Tyler. Tyler, I know you won't be down there, but I'll be repping for the Northeast and the Hudson Valley area for you. The Suck Me crew, I know I'll be down there partying with you guys at all of the shows and the late night festivities. Yeah, BuzzHumans, it should be awesome. I cannot wait to see all you down there for Mania week. I got to get the fuck out of here, get this edited, and yeah, we are on the relevant road to WrestleMania. This was our last stop before New Orleans. BuzzHumans, kayfabe may be dead, but originality and diversity are not. Relevant Wrestling Productions, it's always relevant to us. Damn it. I will see you in New Orleans. Peace.